miss me? Cause I definitely missed y'all. Just to get straight to the point, I took some time off to really just practice what I was preaching. One day I sat down, I was like, man, like it's a lot going on right now for me. As far as like transitioning out of school, transitioning to, my career field. I didn't know how it's gonna look like. Cause for real, when I was making videos, this was during the summertime. Like I just came back from Hampton, came home. You know how they say like the transition from like a student athlete or like in college in general is kind of like hard, and it can be difficult on people. I feel like mine wasn't as difficult only because when I was in school, I always felt like I was living like a kind of like Hannah Montana type of life. When I came home, I was playing that mom role, and then when I go back to school, I wouldn't have her as much. So that was something I had to get adjusted to, having my daughter full time, adjusting to being with my parents. At the time, I didn't know, how, a job was going to line up, but God always got a card in the deck because my old high school coach hit me up and basically asked me did I want to coach, and then got me hooked up inside the school working in there with all the young kids. So God be cooking, God be moving, like God be moving. And I know a few videos I used to make, I know a few videos I had made, like I was talking about like sitting to come up, watching who's around you and stuff. You gotta separate yourself and, align yourself back with your values and your morals and your principles. Something that I always, say and used to tell, my best friends from college, like, look, y'all, like if it ever comes to a point where, I either gotta stop talking to y'all or like, back up a little bit, I'm definitely gonna do it. I don't mind. I don't mind not, talking all day, every day. As long as like it's still love. And the thing that, I respect so much about them was, they never held it over my head or took it personal for real. They probably did. I hope not. Cause come to think of it, have I ever? It don't matter. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, it is important to sometimes just go off grid and get your life together. You know, social media ain't all of that. Anyway, let's get down to business. A few days ago I had prayed and I was asking God, I'm like, God, like, you ever feel like God bless you with so many opportunities, you just don't know which one to really pick up? I feel like I was seeing, a bunch of opportunities he was, setting before me. But I'm like, God, at first I was trying to be exceptionally great in each avenue, but that was causing too much, like, loss of time management. I really believe like when you lock into like maybe one or two, maybe three, if you can really juggle it, task and really like lock in with those to perfect them, do that. And I just felt like at the time like I had like 6 tabs open and I was trying to like do work in all 6 tabs. So I had to descale a little bit. I told y'all like I was coaching, so that's something that I'm doing now. I be in the school substituting. I can see myself pouring into like, younger adults. It's crazy because y'all ever journal and then reread your journals? I had noticed a journal I wrote in like 2022 where I was like, God, I want to help high schoolers. Basically understand that when they lock in with God at an early age, by the time they get older, like when they 20s or 30s, like it'll be like this, like God gonna take you from here, but you might as well start it, in your teenage years when you're like 13, 14, 15, 16. So by the time you bridge the gap to where you're 19, you're ready to graduate from out of high school, like God can already have you, mapped out. I thought it was funny because I was like, Lord, I was trying to work in the school system away so hard and trying to like coach, like I didn't want to do none of that, but I feel like that's when I was trying to do, what I want to do. Funny reading about it in 2026, what I had wrote in 2022, like that's how I know, like when I just trust the plan, like it's gonna align itself. So I'm not really gonna go too deep in it, but yeah, I just had to get back right. But now that I'm back and I'm better. I want you bad as ever. Don't let me just let up. Baby, it's whatever. What I really want to do is a challenge for my birthday. Challenging really myself for real. And you know, I do believe iron sharpens iron. So if you know, if y'all want to challenge yourselves too, you know, pick a goal, pick some or whatever, and lock into it for about 7-8 months. Cause my birthday, what is it? It's January, February, March. Oh, today is February 2nd. February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, so pick something in. Pick a goal and let's lock in for 6 months. I'm gonna try to post. I don't even want to say it. The video will be up when it's up. But basically, I do believe in transformation. I believe in renewal. That's something I've been talking to God about these past couple of days. Like, you know, Lord, just renew my mind, renew my mind, cleanse my heart. You know, switch how I see stuff, how I hear things, even how I speak, you know, into an atmosphere. Because I do believe in transformation. Like, I don't want to say like on a delusional level, but y'all, like, I believe when you really put that work in, you're gonna get a drawback. Like it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna be tough, and it might be lonely at first, but like when you really like, when you're consistent with the slow days, I'm telling you, like you literally blossom like a flower. I was with my homegirl, one of my homegirls yesterday, and we went out to dinner. Well, make a long story short, I haven't seen her since high school, and you know, we've been texting for like a month, but you know, we always been so busy, like we either working or you know, I be having Nari. Yesterday was the first time we had met up and catching up, and she had asked me a question. She was like, and it kind of surprised me. Like at first, I didn't really know how to answer it because she was like, "So, oh baby, oh baby." I'm like, girl, yes. She was like, "Oh baby, though, like you kept it so like low key, like you didn't even, I didn't even like, I didn't know until like you had said somebody in the messages," and I was like, girl, yes. Like what did Drake say? I'm not hiding my baby from the world. I'm hiding the world from my baby. And it's kind of like I took that literal, and she was like, well, yeah, like how did you do it? And I was like, what you mean? She was like, you know, because won't you run in track and like won't you still in school and stuff? How did you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. And you know when you think about a situation later on and then think about what you should have said then, what I should have said was by the grace of God, because I literally I'll put a picture up. I remember it, y'all, like I was Resh Busha, like back when I had just had Kanari and I had just got the news that COVID was being lifted or whatever, and you can come back to school. I'm like, I had, you know how Kobe Bryant, I think it's Kobe Bryant, he just say like he'll change into like what was his name, Mobamba or something like that, or like when he went into the ring, he put like the dirt on his eyes to like become somebody new. I literally had to hone in on my mind, hone in on my faith, and really like see stuff come to pass. And that's why today I'm very passionate about like progression, transformation, renewal, because I know like it can happen. Like you're never too far out to try again. You're never too behind to like pick up, you know, the ball again and start shooting threes. Cause y'all, I feel like if I can do it, and I'm not gonna downplay myself and say like I'm a nobody, but if I can do it, I'm dang near. I'm just already knowing that, you know, y'all can do it too, but you just gotta align your mind with your heart and see it through. But anyway, with this 6-month challenge, I really want to hone in on accountability, consistency, discipline, which I believe will fuel the confidence within ourselves to really like keep going. Because, you know, it's one thing to talk about something, but it's another thing to actually do it. So I want to try something new. Y'all ever be seeing how like, you know, people be like, I'm gonna eat clean, let's eat clean. When I stepped on the scale today at the gym, I was 150, and I haven't been 150 since I haven't been 150 since, you know, I had Nari. And when I was trying to get back in the groove of things at school, I think like the skinniest I've been was like 127. So I feel like when my body is naturally trying to sit at 147 to 150, I'm gonna let it naturally sit, and I just want to kind of like just keep myself toned a little bit, not like muscular, big dog status, not none of that, but just like I want to stay healthy. I want to stay fit. Like I don't ever want to like let myself go. Just I've been running track since I was what, like how old are you in 7th grade? Like 12, 13? I've been running for that long, so I've been like moving my body and just being, athletic for about 12 years. So that's something I don't want to stop. I do enjoy it. So I just want to find better ways to really keep myself going until I'm like 105. Because I was talking to God yesterday and I was like, Lord, like, wouldn't it be cool for you to really like watch me grow from a baby till I'm like 100 years old? We gotta throw a party or something, like with the communion and the bread and stuff. But I pray God bless me with an age like that, because you know how many generations will pass through. It's pretty cool to me. But anywho, yeah, I want to start eating clean. I had just ordered some groceries, and I want to try new ways to actually cook, because Kanari's kind of picky, and I just literally just got her to eating greens. Out of her 4, almost 5 years of living, she used to put anything like broccoli, string beans, whenever it'll touch her mouth, she'll throw up. Literally, I'm talking like literal like throw up on the plate or sometimes on the floor. And it used to piss me off so bad, because I'm like, if that's not the most dramaticest thing I've ever watched in my life, like to say like the smell and the sight of broccoli makes you throw up. Yeah, you playing in my face. But anyway, we I ain't even gonna talk about how I used to be, because like I said, my girl is starting to eat greens, and she says specifically only string beans. So I did buy some asparagus, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of trick her a little bit into like taking on the full like nutrition system. But yeah, I'm gonna just find new ways to start cooking for her, because she getting to that point where it's like, Miss mommy, she want to be, she literally wants to be like me. And I don't say that in no bad or like weird way. It's like when you have a daughter, she real life is your mini you, right? So I see myself as being her role model. Like if I want her to mimic anybody in this world, I would want it to be me. So that instills into me like, all right, I gotta take my eyeballs from outside of my body and look at myself like, who when it comes to me being a woman, what type of woman do I want my daughter to be? What type of woman do I want her to see herself hanging around? And I feel like the only way we as human beings learn is by, visual sight or by reading. For those of you who can just get it off the bat like that, kudos to you. But I am a visual learner, and I would assume my daughter is too. So it's like when I be talking to her and we be having conversations, I kind of notice like, girl, you got my swag. Like you stay one of the like, copy people. What I mean, but why wouldn't she? Like, why and I just be so flattered, because like, why wouldn't she? I'm a real female. I'm when I sit and I think about it, like, bro, like I tell you, I play the long game. Like I play the long game. Like I play chess. Like this is not checkers. I map my life out for her blueprint. If the situation or the relationship, and it is not even talking about like on the romantic type of level, but like when even talking about like networking with people, if it's not bringing me profit, peace, or progression, I don't really see the point of associating myself with it or them. And those are just skills and nuggets that I want to instill into her, because it's kind of like having a child is kind of like building your own, I was gonna say robot, but that's a bad word, like really building your own like human. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm having fun with it. Cannot relate to the stereotypes, and this is another reason why you gotta get off social media, because social media had you thinking thinking something is one way when it's, you know, a completely different, you know, type of thing going on. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's like when you get off of like social media, you understand that, you know, people just do a lot of, you know, of trying to impress. You know, you watching what somebody else doing. I say go off the grid. You know, put that phone down. Pick up a book. And if you going to be on your phone or whatever, get on that iPad and get on Kindle. Or get a Kindle or something. Get on that iPad and start, you know, looking at the news or something. Like, figure out what's going on and how you can make a difference. But I just feel like we waste time comparing. We waste time just looking to the left and looking to the right. Isn't that what God literally said? Don't look to the left, don't look to the right, but look straight ahead. That's it. Stop asking, you know, Jonim. Stop asking your brother, your sister, your friends about, you know, what you need to be doing. Like, stop venting. Sit in it. Let it refine you. Hit some of these. Pray daily. Meditate on your word, and just go conquer. Go conquer. One thing my athletes do that I sometimes hate, it just be the complaining. I feel like God probably did place me on this earth to be a coach or to just teach in general. Like, when they come to me and they be like, coach, like, you know, my leg hurt, or like, coach, like, can we get longer rest time, or like, coach. And I be telling them, I'm like, look, y'all, when I see y'all putting in work and y'all be on the ground looking dead, or like y'all be like, y'all be breathing heavy, stuff like that be like music to my ears, or it's a happy sight to see when my athletes are grinding, because I know when I cook up my workouts, y'all, like, I put them through hell, and I do it on purpose to train not only, you know, them physically, but, you know, their mindsets, to say, like, if I can get through 5 days of coach killing me, when I get to the track meet, it should be a breeze. It should literally be a breeze. Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I wild out in the weight room and I wild out on the track. There's not a day that I don't push them to their limits, because it's like I see the potential. Like, for example, I got this one athlete, her name is Gabby, and she just be so ready and so prepared, like, with whatever I give her. So she was running 1,000. Mind you, she didn't come up for cross country. We didn't really have many girls for that, but I was telling the girls, like, for indoor, here's the plan. Like, we're gonna train through this, right? Like, we're gonna treat this as a load up, so by the time outdoor comes, it's gonna be a breeze for y'all. Y'all gonna put you in the 8. We doing hurdles. I don't never touch them out, but I know Gabby, she can do it. But we were on an emotional boat with her 1,000, because regionals was 320, I think. I think the first time she ran it, she ran 407. Second time she ran it, she ran 404. But it was after constant, like, breaking down her, like, her running style, because it's like she'll get out like that first lap, try to go balls to wall and hold it. But I'm like, Gabby, baby, listen, you got 5 laps to do. You cannot go out balls to wall on the first one. Because, like, these first 2 laps, she gonna be good. But I be telling her the kicker, or like the real, like, monster, is that 3rd lap. People either fall asleep or they push themselves to their max. And I used to tell her, like, you juicing on the first 2 laps, get to the 3rd lap, you already dead. Race already over. You lost. At practice, I'll do like a race mimic of her 1,000. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2 sets of 5 200s. Or I'm gonna have her do repeat 400s and then do like 4 100s. I just want her to get used to, like, hitting the 200s at a specific time. We had spent like 3 weeks just cooking up in the lab, bro, and we had went to the VA showcase. And one of the coaches on the team, she's an official, so I was up in the box, right, so she can hear me when I was screaming to her. So I'm telling her, I'm like, look, Gabby, like, those first 2 laps, I want you at 40. Run 320, 323. Mind you, she came in running 404, right? Keep that in mind. She came in running 404. And I'm like, you know what? Forget everything I'm saying. I'm gonna be at the top. Just listen to me. And listen and trust your body. You need to be the first or the second to the cone, so when you cut in, you can go straight to the front. So she did what I told her to do, right? And something that she likes to do on that third lap, she like to chill a little bit. So I'm at the top over the banister like, wake up, Gabby, like, wake up. You need to wake up, wake up, wake up, move your feet. I don't know how like she had reacted to my voice at that moment, but she ended up running 3:43. I'm telling you, she went from 404 to 3:43. So we're doing something. We're doing something right. But anyway, she was so excited. She had a 20-second PR. And I was so, I don't even know if aspiratic is a word, but I was just so aspiratic that I was just genuinely happy. So yeah, that's one of my road dogs. And I got this other girl named London, straight dog, 9th grade, gonna be a beast. In the next 3 years, keep the name London Laney in your brain because she gonna be fine. She gonna be fine. I just like the dogmatic vibe that she has to her, like just like Gabby, like it's always like, coach, what you need me to do? Like, coach, what can I do? What can I do to get better? And I respect that more than an athlete who just comes in, you complaining, you crying about everything I give you. Because at that point, you know, my group may not be for you. Peace be with you. Stay black and beautiful, or stay white and bright. But I love my girls. I'm not gonna lie, and I really cannot wait until Kanari get up into age to where like I can start training her, because anything I coach or speak over, I'm telling you, USA #1, top 5 contender. But anyway, back to the challenge. Y'all, we got 6 months. Pick a goal, because I do believe when you do something together, you come out stronger with it. Did I eat with that? I hope so. But yeah, pick a goal for the next 6 months and let's just lock in. I can share some of the videos that I be doing in the gym. Just in case y'all want some tips, some of the stuff that I be eating, and even some of the word that I be regurgitating on, because you know, I feel like if you need anything, you need God in this life. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and let's rock and roll to the transformation. So peace. I'm out. Trust in me. I can, you said.